Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, June 16th, 2020. Do you ever wonder who you are, or at least how you appear? Several years ago, I was mowing the small church lawn we have. It's a small patch of volunteer Bermuda grass that looks better when it's mowed. We have a couple of great volunteers that normally take care of it, but occasionally I take my turn with the mowing. I was wearing shorts and a sweat-stained t-shirt, a floppy hat, and old sneakers. A somewhat imperious-looking lady walked up and gestured for my attention. I turned the mower off, and I should have said something like, "May I help you?" But instead, I probably said something really intelligent sounding like, "Hey, what's up?" Or, "Yeah." I was treated to a facial expression of extreme disgust, a lifting up the nose so that she could look even further down her nose at me, as well as conveying her desire to wipe me off the bottom of her shoe. Her facial expression looked like she smelled something bad. She may have. In a frosty, condescending tone, she demanded, "Boy, run and get the pastor for me. I am in a hurry." Well, now it had been decades since I was a boy, and I didn't appreciate her tone, and quite frankly, didn't really want to stop what I was doing to deal with her obvious sense of entitlement. So I said, "I don't think he's here right now. If you want to leave him a message, I will make sure he gets it." She sniffed and huffed and said, "I will just call him." You know, I never did get that call. My life has been bereft of her follow-up. So who are we? What do we claim to be? Pastor? Or the yard help? Or like one t-shirt I saw says, "I'm a pastor because hardcore devil-stomping ninja isn't an official job title." One of the most frequent self-designations used in the New Testament is that of bondservant. It's used by Paul, James, Peter, Jude, John, and even in reference to Moses. A bondservant was someone who allowed themselves to become a slave to satisfy an unpayable debt. All of these apostles saw themselves as being in debt to God, for Christ's payment for sin on the cross was an unpayable debt. Paul described a bondservant to Timothy in 2 Timothy chapter 2, verses 24 to 26 from the Message. "God's servant must not be argumentative, but a gentle listener and a teacher who keeps cool, working firmly but patiently with those who refuse to obey. You never know how or when God might sober them up with a change of heart and a turning to the truth, enabling them to escape the devil's trap where they're caught and held captive, forced to run his errands." Wow. You see, our self-identity, as found in Jesus Christ, is not only a redeemed, forgiven sinner, but as a bondservant, not to argue, but to listen, to be patient with those who disagree, realizing that our task is not to win an argument, but to win souls. With all of the screaming disagreements going on in our society today, believers in Jesus still need to be the quiet voice of calm and blessed assurance that God is in control, that God is on his throne, and that repentance-born forgiveness is very real. Be who you are, unapologetically, a bondservant of Jesus Christ. God bless you.